welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and hello again to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining our community. I'm so happy you're here. If you haven't done so, please comment down below and introduce yourself. I would love to get to know you, and I would love to know your name. So welcome to another TBR video. I really love doing these. I made a TBR jar for my May TBR, and we are going to do the TBR jar again because I still have a bunch of prompts in here. The ones that I used for May I pulled out of here so we won't get the same prompts. And then as you saw in my book haul video, in my recent book haul video, there's a bunch of new books on the TBR cart. We have a lot of books to choose from, and I'm super excited about that. Now also, quick announcement. I had chosen 11 books in my May TBR. However, I'm not going to get through all of those because I recently found out that the ACOTAR graphic audios are included with Audible for free until May 31st. So TBR be damned. I started listening to all of those, and I'm hoping to get through the ones that are included by the end of the month. So there's a few books that I am not going to get to. I just know I'm not going to get to them. So I'm going to add them back to the TBR because I just know I'm not going to get to them, and I do want to end up reading them maybe in June, hopefully. Yeah, I forgot to grab them. So because I'm listening to the ACOTAR graphic audios by Sarah J. Maas, I'm going to add A Court of Silver Flames back to the TBR cart because I know I'm just not going to get to this. It's a super long book, but I do want to see if I can maybe get to this in June, and if I pull a prompt that kind of fits this book again, I will choose it. Because I want to get this series finished up so I can start Throne of Glass. I also added Throne of Glass to the TBR cart because this is an 8-book series, so if I want to get this finished by the end of the year without having to read one after the other, I need to get that started also in June. So it's here. If I pull a prompt for it, I'll choose it. But the reason for me not wanting to read one after the other consecutively is because I tend to forget like what happens in one book and like what happens in which book. So I kind of want to split it up just a little bit, just to make it easier on myself to remember like what events occur in which book. So Throne of Glass is on the TBR cart now. These are all basically the same on this side. I added Credence and Priest because those were new additions. And then up here, these were basically all here. I have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. That's a new one that I added to this TBR cart, I think, if it wasn't in the last video. It's been recently added. And then on this side, oops, I added a bunch of books. So here I have The Nightingale and then Binding 13. The Fine Print, King of Wrath, and Normal People have been added here. To the top, I have The Cheat Sheet, Mile High, Collide, Done and Dusted, and then these are Daisy Jones and the Six is up here, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Good Girl Complex, and Behind the Net is over here. And then these here are also new. So I have Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren that was added, Alone with You in the Ether, and then Fragile Threads of Power. So now I'm going to add this one back to the TBR cart because I know I'm not going to finish it in May, and then I think I'm going to add this one also back to the TBR cart because I know I'm not going to finish it in the next week. So I'm adding that, and then there are still a few romances from my May TBR that I picked that I haven't gotten to yet because of the audiobooks. But I'm not going to put those back on here, so they will just, if I don't finish them, they'll just come back for July. Okay, so we're going to do the TBR jar again because I printed all these prompts. The prompts that I pulled in May, I pulled out of here, so they're not in here, so we're not going to get duplicate prompts. These are all going to be different. So I tend to read like 7 to 10 books a month, so we'll choose 10 for this video because I want to have options, and if for some reason I end up reading all of them, then I'll just pick whatever I'm in the mood for in the moment. So, okay, let's get started. We've got our TBR jar right here with my prompts, and one fell out. All right, so let's pull our first prompt. Just one. All right, what do we have? A book with less than 200 pages. A book with less than 200 pages. Okay, what do we have that's short? Maybe done and dusted? How many pages are you? 346. No? How many are you? 282. That won't work either. Maybe normal people. 287. How about the cheat sheet? That's a short one. 320. I think all of them are longer than 200 pages, to be honest with you, so this seems kind of short. Maybe this? 300. 303. 270. I don't have one that's less than 200 pages. Well, that sucks. This prompt shouldn't have been in here. So we're going to start again. Just because I don't have a book less than 200 pages right now. I had that novella last month, but I ended up reading that. Okay, next. A book that starts with the first letter of your name. A book that starts with the first letter of your name. So B, what starts with B? Book Lovers. So we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. We have By a Thread by Lucy Score. We have Belladonna by Adeline Grace as an option. What else? We have Behind the Net. We have Binding 13. I think I'm leaning towards one of these. I think I'm leaning towards Behind the Net or Binding 13. I think I'm going to go with Behind the Net for this. So we're going to go with Behind the Net. Yeah, we're going to go with Behind the Net for this, for a book that starts with the first letter of your name. Next. That one. A book with multiple POVs. A book with multiple POVs. Okay. Does this have multiple POVs? Okay, we got Nathan and Bree POVs in this. So this is an option. The cheat sheet is an option. What about you? Emmy and Luke. Okay, so this is an option. Done and dusted. Clyde, Aiden, Summer. Okay, this is an option. I know Emily Henry won't, because Emily Henry always has just one, I think. Ooh, I do need to finish Chestnut Spring, so I have Hopeless on here. These, I think this has multiple POVs. Bo and Bailey. Yeah, this has multiple POVs as well. I think I'm going to go with Hopeless for a book with multiple POVs because I want to finish the Chestnut Spring series. So that's going to be book number 2. Moving on. The shortest book on your TBR. So this is the shortest book on your TBR. So these two are short. 320, 346. Normal people is short. 287, so this one's winning. What is the Predator again? 304. And then Storied Life was what? 270. Storied Life is 270. So this is the shortest one that I have on my TBR right now. Normal People was a close second, but it is a no. So for the shortest book on my TBR, I'm going to go with The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. So that's number 3. Okay. A book published this year. A book published this year. I know which one I'm going to go with that. We're going to go with The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren for that, because this just came out. It was in my May book of the month, so I'm going to go with The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren for a book published this year. Let's pick another one. So we've got 4. Now let's choose number 5. A book set in your hometown or close to. Yes, I was hoping for this. A book set in your hometown or close to. I know what I'm going to get for this. This is going to be, can you guess what I'm going to pick? Right here. Right here. Mile High, Chicago. My hometown. I'm excited for this one. I was hoping for this. So that's 5. Okay, next. Number 6. A book with a hand on the cover. A book with a hand on the cover. A hand. Oh, he's got a hand on the cover. That's a pretty odd obvious hand. Zone, roommate, 11 other words. Her hands are kind of in the forefront on this cover. Oh, he's got a pretty big hand on the cover. Leigh Bardugo. Okay, I think this is the only one I could do. The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. So he's got a pretty prominent hand. Her hands are kind of like in the forefront of the cover. And then he's got his hand right there as well. But I think this one fits the prompt most accurately because it's just a hand on the cover. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I was waiting to read this in the fall, but that's okay. I could read it now. It's a vampire story. I love vampire stories, so that's fine. I think I'm going to go with this for a book with a hand on the cover. Okay, so we got 6. Let's go with 7. A book that has a map. A book that has a map. Okay. I think I know what I want to go with for that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Crescent City. Do you have a map? Yeah. We're going to go with Crescent City because I have to finish this series. So here's the map for House of Flame and Shadow. This was on my TBR last month, but I didn't get to it because of the graphic audio. So we're going to go with this for a book with a map. Okay. So now number 8. A book that has illustrations. A book that has illustrations. The fine print has illustrations, but let's see if we have anything else. No. Okay, Throttled has illustrations, so that's an option. Haunting Adeline also has illustrations. But am I in the mood for a dark romance right now? I don't know. So we've got Haunting Adeline, we've got Throttled, and the fine print. I think I'm going to go with Throttled. I think this is the one I'm going to go with. This is an F1 romance. So I think I'll go with that from the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. This will be for my book with illustrations. So here's number 9, 2 more. A book with your favorite color on the cover. A book with your favorite color on the cover. What's my favorite color? Neutrals. Black, white, and beige are my favorite colors. So we have Silent Patient is beige. That's an option. I have a lot of books in black here. Kingmaker. Kingmaker is a good black and beige option. King of Wrath is white. I think I'm going to go with King of Wrath. Also, I do have Daisy Jones, which is beige, but I think I'm going to go with white and say King of Wrath for a book in my favorite color. Alrighty, last one. Oh, hi, baby. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. He's come to say hello. He wants to be in the video. Hi. Straps in my hair. You guys are gonna mess up my prompt. They're just going to sit here and we're going to keep going. So this is the last one. Last prompt is a book with a place in the title. A book with a place in the title. All right, what do we have with a place in the title? 7 Husbands, Good Girl Complex, Binding 13, Silent Patient, The Nightingale, Collide, Credence, Have Soul. Ooh, Alone with You in the Ether. Is the ether a place? I don't know. I guess it's kind of a place. Friend Zone. I guess maybe friend zone, like you're in the friend zone. That's kind of a place. Not really though. That's a stretch. Ooh, oh, yes. Happy Place. A book with a place in. This is a literal interpretation of a book with a place in the title. Happy Place. That's what we're going with. This is a very literal interpretation of this prompt. So we are going to go with Happy Place by Emily Henry because we don't have an Emily Henry book on the TBR this month. Right? There's nothing else that I really have. Summer I Turned Pretty, Book Lovers. Tom Lake is a place also, but yeah, I think we're going to go with Happy Place. That's the best one. Okay, so that's 10. What do we have? The first one is a book that starts with the first letter of your name. We have Behind the Net, starts with a B. Then we have a book with multiple POVs. We have Hopeless, which is book 5 of the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. And this follows Bo Eaton and Bailey Jensen. That's number 2 for a book with multiple POVs. Then we have the shortest book on your TBR, which is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. That's number 3. Next, we have a book published this year, which we're going with Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. This was just released this month, so that's number 4. A book set in your hometown or close to. This is Mile High, set in Chicago. At least I think it's set in Chicago. It's Chicago on the cover, so hopefully that's actually set in Chicago. Then we have a book with a hand on the cover. We're going with Leigh Bardugo, The Familiar, which has a hand. So that's the next one. A book that has a map. We're going with Crescent City 3, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Then we have a book that has illustrations. We're going with Throttled by Lauren Asher. This one has illustrations on the chapters. There's that one. Then we have a book with your favorite color on the cover. We're going with White, King of Wrath. This is the first book in the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang. And that's one of my favorite colors. My favorite colors are white, beige, and black. We're going with white. Also, please let me know what your favorite color is. Please comment that down below. And then we have the final book, which is a book with a place in the title. And we have Happy Place, which literally says place in the title by Emily Henry. So that's the final book. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. So here's our June TBR. Hopefully I'll be able to read all of these, especially this one, since this is the second month in a row that it's on my TBR. And I really want to get to Throne of Glass. They're gone. My TBR card's looking a little disheveled. I'll have to straighten her out later. So here's our June TBR. We got 10 books on this TBR. We'll see how it goes. I will let you know in my final June reading wrap up. So let me know if you've read any of these and also what your favorite color is in the comments down below. And that's it for today. As always, all my links are down below to my Instagram, Goodreads, and TikTok. Please like and subscribe. It would really help my new channel. And welcome again to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.